justified our sin, and we're gonna take you on a ride till we find answers within. Location not here, in shadows we all disappear. Hold on, switch gears, we're gone as fast as we appeared. Gone as fast as we appeared. Searching within, we've justified our sin. We're gonna take you on a ride till we find answers within. Location not here, in shadows we all disappear. Hold on, switch gears, we're gone as fast as we appeared. Gone as fast as we appeared. Rays of light, we're moving through the night. With destiny in our sights, we've got to fight. Through all the rain, we're masking all our pain to take what still remains of our lives. Searching within, we've justified our sin, and we're gonna take you on a ride till we find answers within. Location not here, in shadows we all disappear. Hold on, switch gears, we're gone as fast as we appeared. Gone as fast as we appeared.
bro. That will never open, bro. Easy basket. There's no way. Boy, JK and take over. Bro, I don't know how you got the ball right back, bro. Bro, this gotta end right now. Bro, I literally don't understand that, man. I stay getting tokens, man. I remember these too. There's no way, bro. Yo, appreciate them 2 likes, whoever liked it. This nigga Paul Pierce hit a 3 from the corner, bro. Come on, man. Gotta get this one over. we need Kirk. Wow, bro. Alright. We need like what, 74 points. We need 12 more steals and them assists. I gotta fuck with domination with them assists. I am definitely not trying to go for assist in here. Or sometimes, but shit. Trying to not go two birds with one stone, man. That's all. Boy, kid, get up. That's a bucket. Jason. Bro, I hate that. Oh my god. Bruh. Never gonna open, bro. Bro, I swear I never get no luck with this. Appreciate whoever dropping them likes, bro. What? Come on, okay, don't start this. My boy KIDD.
Go let KIDD shoot it! Screen!
Oh my god.
Watch KIDD!
John Wall. Oh, Big Keith. Oh, that's Burks. Blowing body. GG. Oh, and Sean Marion. Oh. That's all bad.
Coming at you.
bad.
Watch kid. Back up.
Oh my God, bro. That big green by Keith. We gotta stop that.
Watch kid. Go attack. Ball. Hey, whose man is this? You forgot something.
Still. No way, bro. No way. Bruh. I just feel like that's I feel like that's like damn, I should have passed to Keith, bro. Bro, come on, bro. We need a big boy stop. No. Ah. No. Ah, Keith. Saw that shit, TK. Oh, what up, bro, for the three? vault open. I need to get Kirk Heinrich. I need to get him now. You chilling, huh, bro? What you grinding, 2K? Bruh.
Put pressure on him.
Big Keith.
Come to me, come to me. Switch. Close out on Kid. Shoot that. Pressure him up.
We got build out.
Shot.
Nice.
Hey, who got him?
Bruh, they about to try to come back. You know what? Shit. Yeah. Once Jason get the pink diamond, I think he gonna be. I'm gonna be able to use him. I think it's about whoever you like to use.
Don't let him shoot that. Come on, watch Kid. Somebody up on him. Hey, yo, right here. Good shot, good shot.
Hopefully this ball open, bro. What up, T-Mac? What you getting into, bro? Bro, this shit never open for me. After this game, I'm gonna check JK stats. See where I'm at on points. Keith got some hustle. My fault. thought it skirted the rim, bro. In my opening packs today, yeah. Computer, they holding me here, bro. Keith, get back, Keith. Let's go. That's what I wanted to check. I don't see that Nightbot thing. Oh, my fault. Really trying to check.
Watch the screen! Don't let him shoot that!
I don't know why this Nightbot thing not working. It's not doing it. That's not even working either. It's not working. Oh, there we go. It is working now. Bet.
Pressure him out! Good bucket, Russell! You little kid! Watch kid, watch kid! I'm through! Hey, yo, right here!
Bro, I know I should have missed it,
Box, whoa. Yep. Close. Screen coming. Pull it. Ball coming. Don't let him sit down. I'm back, I'm here. He's open. Back on top. Rotate. Get it. Way to get it. Yeah, watch kid. Oh. You got it. Don't let that shoot it. Ball up. Get there. Crash the board! Yep. Jones! Don't let him get it! Woo! Tip it! No. Flush it! Out! One more! That's all you. And the foul. Watch kid. Come to me. Watch the screen. Hey! Get to him. Now shoot that. Ball. Use me. Yep. Turn down. Use that. Turn down. Come on. Use that help. Get on, kid. Skip. Left ball. There we go. Get out. Oh, you better shoot that. Watch kid. The ball. That's great. Get over it. Pick. Go. Oh, shit. Hey, get over here. Get to him. Down.
My bad, y'all. Shit. Oh damn, I keep forgetting to check Jason Kidd card.
Make it rain, fly.
Check right away.
Got that dub. Alright, we got the points. We need 5 more steals. And buku assists, bro. God damn. Damn, man. I hate to have to do it to y'all, but getting there with Kenyon. Who else is it? Keith. Getting there. Oh shit. Go burn. I forgot how to do that shit. Yeah, bro. What's up, 3-point shot?
Starting at point guard at 6'3" inches.
You play my team?
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rodman is out there with Pippen. Then there's Longley. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harper in at the 1 spot. Now here's Kidd. Martin attacking.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
It's Jordan on the wing. He dishes it to Rodman. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Kidd against Harper. Now here's Kidd. Not a lot of room. Right wing.
I've been doing that a lot.
6 to shoot. Martin, the pass to Kidd. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Good on the shot.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Now here's Rodman. Pass to Jordan. 11 feet away, and it's blocked. Kidd against Harper. Here's Martin. That shot off, and the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Jordan. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
And what you like there, Jordan never looks like he's rushing. Makes quick, solid decisions.
Kidd dishes to Martin. New Orleans moving it around and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Left side, Jordan. And it's denied. And now in transition, it's Kidd. Here we go. The dish to Martin. Back to Kidd. At the elbow, Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And how about the explosive leaping ability by Martin? A big-time dunker who enjoys getting this close to the basket.
Here is Harper. Outside, Rodman.
Almost an hour and 30 minutes.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Pippen. Kenyon Martin comes up with the rebound. New Orleans in the lead. And here is Kidd. Back to Martin. Outside, Kidd. At the elbow, Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Just appreciate
Jason Kidd
how
up there,
unselfish Kidd is. Outstanding
trying
at
to get
sharing
Jason
the ball and
Keith
playing
and,
for his teammates.
Chicago trails by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Simpkins comes in for Rodman. Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Harper. Now here's Jordan. He sinks the 11-footer.
And as much as he's done to increase the range on his jump shot, this is where Jordan's bread is buttered, that mid-range game.
Kidd against Kirk. Martin, the pass to Kidd. And finished off by Martin.
That'll work, bro.
How about
As long as I
using
can get
the
them
rim
easy assists
to
real
get
quick,
some
bro.
true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Chicago trails by 4, and Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. Bushler's checked in. Kukoc kicks to Kerr. From about 16, Kukoc can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 4.
Chicago foul call. Stephen Kerr. That's his first personal foul.
There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Martin.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
I don't care if they
Their
score.
post play has been really solid right off the bat.
New Orleans with the ball. 4-point game. Kidd passes to Martin. Back to Kidd. To the inside. And finished off by Martin.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Kukoc against Jefferson. Now here's Kukoc. He's tightly guarded.
You got the Dwayne Wade card. Yeah.
And the pass to Kirk. For the 3. And that one released in time, but
Yeah,
no
the
good.
Wayne Wade,
And so it's New
the
Orleans
Wayne Wade part
with their
go
lead
hard.
standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the
Here we go now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just a terrific first
I gotta make
quarter,
that chat
sparked
screen
really
bigger
by
so
their
I can see it
unselfishness.
faster.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, GA. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Bushler, Bill Wennington out there with Simpkins. Then it's Kukoc, and it's Kirk in at the point guard. Kukoc can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 6. Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. At the elbow, Martin. And finished off by Martin.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
Kirk kicks to Kukoc.
You just got it.
Back to Kerr.
How you like it?
On the wing, Kukoc. Over Jefferson. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Kukoc.
Able to get his shot in a variety of ways. Kukoc can do it within the flow of the offense as well as one-on-one. And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
What kind of Anthony
A
Davis
minute and a
you
half
want?
gone here in the second quarter. Left side, Jordan. Passes to Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harper. Chicago now working with the new shot clock. And that one's good by Rodman.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Drills it from outside.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Outside Kidd. And stolen by Jordan.
Jordan, big ball here, there.
Right side, Pippen. And Pippen slams it in.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Harper against Kidd. Here's Martin. Good in the assist to Kidd. Martin's got the lead up to 9 now for New Orleans.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
Pippen, simply put, one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
The Bulls shooting their first free
Yeah, they
throws
got
of the
like-
game on this trip to the
I
line.
believe they got like 3 different diamonds.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Oh, you just like a big Anthony Davis.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kidd passes to Martin. Outside Jefferson.
So that must mean you're a
Kidd
Laker
against
fan.
Rodman. Kidd is double. From deep. Again, New Orleans turns it over.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Harper against Kidd. Outside Pippen. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Here's Harper. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Rodman, and he banks in the layup.
And Harper brings a lot of physicality to the table. Also solid at cutting the D apart with his passing.
And they double up Kidd. Longley against Martin. That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Martin. Jefferson's got the lead, back up to 10 now for New Orleans. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Outside Pippen. Almost, but it rolls out. Pippen's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Jefferson passing to Coleman, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pippen kicks to Harper. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Jordan. Tries again. Here's Rodman, and the jam by Dennis Rodman.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Just his first attempt. Here's Martin, pass to Coleman. Dishes it to Jefferson. To the right side. Clock at 6. And stolen by Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan just glides up the court. It's kind of deceptive. Doesn't look like he's running as fast as he really is.
Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. To the paint. And finished off by Martin.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And that concludes the first half. New Orleans on top, leading by 10. We'll see you. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We're seeing a tremendous game from Kenyon Martin.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Petrovic is out there with Jason Kidd. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Martin. And it's Coleman in at the 4 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Kidd is double. He kicks it to Martin. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Harper. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside, Rodman. Here's Longley. Got it. Good job in the low post. Longley's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Chicago. Kidd against Harper. Kidd passes to Martin. Longley grabs the miss. Chicago trails by 8. Here's Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Jordan's got 8 points.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Simpkins, he's checked in for the Bulls. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Kidd kicks to Martin. Coleman, the pass to Martin. Shot clock at 5. Outside Kidd. Back to Martin. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Chicago trails by 6. And there's the call on Jefferson. That's his first foul. 90 seconds now into the second half. Jordan kicks to Harper. Back to Jordan. Pass to Pippen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 5 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kidd passes to Martin. Back to Kidd. Inside. There's Kenyon Martin on the assist by Kidd. Martin's got 24.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Kidd with the double. Here's Simpkins, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kidd passes to Martin, and finished off by Martin.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Kenyon Martin.
He's been a thorn in their side all game. They'll probably use this timeout to change up their D. The system they're in now, it just isn't getting it done.
So for the Bulls, Wennington, he's checked in for Simpkins. Kukoc comes in for Pippen. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Ron Harper. Here's Jordan. Here's Rodman. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
No good on the second free throw. New Orleans leading by 6. Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. Down low. And finished off by Martin.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 8.
What is he doing?
That's his second personal.
1:44 left in the third. Outside, Kukoc. Hits it from 3-point range. Kukoc has got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Martin goes in. He gets that one. And New Orleans leads by 7.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Rodman passes to Kerr. And that's going to be a travel. Longley's checked in for Dennis Rodman.
Now into the lineup for Chicago. Luke Longley.
1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. It's Kidd with the drive. The pass to Coleman. Kicks it to Martin. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And finished off by Martin.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Chicago trails by 9. Kerr, the pass to Kukoc. Left side, Jordan. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading the scores.
19 seconds left to play in the third. Jordan. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Petrovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Left side, Kidd. The baseline J. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the replay center out in Secaucus delivering the footage.
And so it's New Orleans. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So for Chicago right now, they've got Pippen. Tony Kukoc is out there with Longley. Then it's Kerr, and it's Jordan in at the 2 guard.
We just trying to breeze through this. Get these assists.
Outside Pippen. Passes it to Kerr. Left side Jordan. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And no one has better natural scoring tools. But another thing that really sets MJ apart, the acute instincts he brings to the table.
Back to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, the explosive doesn't even begin to describe it. Jordan simply flying.
Kidd against Kirk. Back to Kidd. Pass to Martin. Now Kidd. 6 on the shot clock. There's Kenyon Martin on the assist by Kidd. That's 36 points for Martin.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
So for the Bulls, Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for Kukoc. And it's Harper in for Kirk. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with the team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Kidd passes to Martin. Back to Kidd. To the middle. And Kenyon Martin again. Martin's got 38 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Kidd against Harper. Jordan. Petrovic with the rebound. Petrovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Back to Martin, and finished off by Martin.
He's playing lights out right now. I mean, inspired basketball in the second half.
Chicago trails by 13. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Coleman. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Back to Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
To the inside, and finished off by Martin.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Jordan up top. Over Petrovic, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Now just think what the score would be if it weren't for him. I mean, he's been amazing, but a one-man show isn't going to get you a win in the league.
Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. He kicks to Martin. Outside Kidd. Shoots over Harper. Stolen. Inside, here's Rodman, and the jam by Dennis Rodman.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
To the paint, here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Back to Martin, and finished off by Martin.
They maintained focus
I
all
can
night
get
and
Kenyon to
along the
50
way
points, I'll
put
get
on
him.
quite a show.
Yeah, if you're a fan of this team, you couldn't be happier. What a performance.
Harper kicks to Pippen, and there's the pass to Longley. Pass to Rodman. 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Coleman. Outside, Martin. He dishes it to Kidd. Here's Martin. Back to Kidd. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
So no pack. Womp, womp, womp. The Bulls, the Bulls, the Bulls, the Bulls. Hold up, I gotta pee, but I gotta open these packs. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, yeah, I gotta pee. Alright. Try it out. $75 of them things. No. No choice. No choice, no choice, no choice. Do I want to play another domination? No. I'm almost done with him. The Pistons. Shit. Damn, I don't know what. I need these assists. Damn, this car is still over 100. I'm asleep. Say fuck it. No. Alright, one more for the one time. Fuck it, one more for the one time. I thought I was gonna get lucky and get like a fucking Gilbert. But no. They said, fuck no. Fuck, one more for the one time. This is it. I feel it. I feel it. No. It's definitely not it. Sorry. Alright, no more. No more. 3 more wins. Bro, Jason need these damn assists. I really don't feel like playing triple threat to get these assists. Gotta make sure. Superstar. All right. trying to fucking double play that game. Not to told.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Williamson out there with Milicic. Then there's Wallace. Then there's Chauncey Billups. And it's Hamilton in at the 2-guard spot. And for New Orleans, we've got Jefferson. Petrovic is out there with Jason Kidd. Then there's Martin. And it's Coleman in at the 4 slot. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Kidd against Billups. Now here's Kidd. He kicks to Martin. Kidd passes to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Well, you got to admire and appreciate the unselfishness. I mean, Kidd always looking up and looking out for his guys. I mean, excellent at finding the open man.
Now here's Billups from deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Right side Kidd. And stolen by Billups. And now the Pistons fast break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Billups is a clutch performer, someone who isn't afraid of taking big shots. I just love how fearless he is.
And the second free throw, good. Now Kidd. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pass to Martin. 6 to shoot. And finished off by Martin.
And how about the explosive leaping ability by Martin? A big-time dunker who enjoys getting this close to the basket.
Billups against Kidd. Billups passes to Wallace. Shot from 12, and he hits the jump shot. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Billups against Kidd. To the left side wing, and stolen by Billups. He feeds it to Milicic. It's blocked.
Coleman, great length at 6'10". The wingspan of a Condor really excels at reaching out and turning shots away.
Here's Kidd following the basket by Chauncey Billups. Back to Martin. And it's sent back by Wallace. And he recovers it. Just 5 on the clock. Martin dishes to Kidd. Back to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Now here's Billups. 6 points for him. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Kidd with the ball. Pass to Martin. Back to Kidd. And stolen by Hamilton. 3 on 3. Here's Milicic. Got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. Hamilton against Kidd. Kidd with the steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And really, it's the skill set that separates Coleman from a lot of other big men in the league. There's a bunch of ways he can score on you.
1:46 left here in the first quarter. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
1:43 left to play here in the first. Here's Hamilton. Here's Wallace. Martin with the block.
Got to be careful around Martin. Kenyon Martin's athleticism allows him to send shots in reverse with force.
Back to Kidd. There's the pass to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And again, it's the Pistons missing. New Orleans in the lead. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Down low. He's off on that one. Nice defense from Wallace. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Hunter. The baseline jumper goes down.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And here is Kidd. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Martin. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite level defender, has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
Campbell grabs the board.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
To the wing right side. Takes a three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Back to the action after this word. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Here are the five. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Pep Hamilton out there with Hunter. Then there's Campbell. Then there's Wallace. And it's Ham in at the 3 slot. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, but they've also protected the paint extremely well. You see that in their block shot totals, but also they've altered a lot of shots.
Back to Kidd. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Martin.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the Pistons with possession here, following the score by New Orleans.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's Kidd. No points in the game yet for him. They grabbed their own miss. Martin, the pass to Kidd. Back to Martin. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. A second chance effort. Kidd, no good. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Out to the right wing. Hunter, no one around him. Hits the three-point bomb. Hunter's got the lead up to 4 now for Detroit.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
And it's Hamilton that time on the assist by Hunter.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Yeah, and, you know, the game of basketball, as you well know, Greg and guys, is a game of runs. So their offense is starting to move in a positive direction now. Nice upswing here.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, team dancers.
It's stolen by Martin. And now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. Passes it to Martin. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And Martin seems to have his game face on all the time. Plays with a lot of ferocity. A high-flying forward who gets after it on defense.
Here's Milicic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And New Orleans pushing it up now. In the corner, it's Martin. Outside, Kidd. Back to Martin. 6 to shoot. New Orleans moving the ball around. And finished off by Martin.
Kidd, one of the most remarkable passers I've ever seen. I mean, a pass-first point guard, he sets you up in room service style.
1:49 left to play here in the half. Phillips passes to Campbell. Here's Milicic. They shoot again.
Bruh.
And finally they hit one. Milicic has got his first bucket in this one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
1:25 left now here in the second. Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. To the middle. And finished off by Martin.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Williamson with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Hunter from outside the arc. Kenyon Martin grabs the board. Martin's got his fourth rebound in this one. Kidd passes to Martin. Back to Kidd. Inside. And it's Martin that time on the assist by Kidd. And now it's a three-point New Orleans lead.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Here's Hunter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Kenyon Martin. The Pistons have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. And the Pistons making a change here. Wallace is checked in. He hits both from the stripe. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And they double up Kidd. Pass to Coleman. Kidd against Phillips. Kidd kicks to Martin. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Kidd. To the inside. And finished off by Martin.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
doesn't kill him 3 ways because of domination, grinding, the Evo cards. Well, no, I'm not.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Kenyon Martin.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
We've got Petrovic. He's out there with Jason Kidd. Martin is out there with Jefferson. And it's Coleman in at the 4. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Taken away by Kidd. And now in transition is Kidd. Here we go. Here's Coleman, and he jams it with authority.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Hamilton left side. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's New Orleans with it. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Back to Kidd. And they double up Kidd. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
Oh, stop. Oh.
Detroit trails by 5. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Wallace, the pass to Billups. Kick out to Hamilton. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Martin's got his 5th rebound in this one. And they double up Kidd. Outside, Martin. And Rip Hamilton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Kidd dishes to Martin, and Chauncey Billups gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Kidd passes to Martin. Clock at 6. And finished off by Martin.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Kidd. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Kicks to Martin. Back to Kidd. And they double up Kidd. To the middle, Jefferson with his first shot attempt. Good, in the assist to Kidd. Jefferson's got the lead up to 9 now for New Orleans. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Kidd against Billups. Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. He kicks it to Martin. Outside Kidd. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Eldon Campbell, he's checked in for the Pistons. Hunter comes in for Richard Hamilton. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Now, here's Hunter. Defense right on him. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 5 on the clock. Here's Billups. It's tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's New Orleans now. 11 unanswered points for him. Kidd is double. A steal. Now, here's Hunter. He's covered by Kidd. Detroit, no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Detroit trails by 12. Here's Hunter. From outside, off the mark.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Williamson is checked in for Detroit. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Kidd passes to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now, here's Hunter. He's got 7. Now the pass to Billups. 16 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot. Billups has got 8.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by New Orleans.
Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. To the paint. And finished off by Martin.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Outside Billups. Campbell kicks to Billups. That 3 off the mark. New Orleans leading by 14. Here's Kidd. Passes it to Martin. Outside Kidd. And finished off by Martin.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And so it's New Orleans in command with a 16-point. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Marko Milicic out there with Wallace. Then there's Hunter. Then there's Williamson. And it's Billups in at the 2 spot. Martin with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The 3 from Billups sinks the three-pointer.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Martin, the pass to Kidd. Back to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Detroit trails by 17. Now, here's Hunter. Billups dishes to Wallace. And yes, a nice assist from Billups.
Boy, I like how Chauncey Billups looks to share the ball. He's a sturdy point guard with a great feel for when his guys are open.
Now Martin. Inside. And finished off by Martin.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
And the Pistons with possession. Hunter, the pass to Wallace. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Martin's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Kidd dishes to Martin. Outside Kidd. And finished off by Martin.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Outside, Billups. Off target from outside. Coleman, the pass to Kidd. Outside, Martin. Outside, Kidd. Back to Martin. And good that time. Martin's got 41.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kenyon Martin.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite.
And Wallace, just an unreal defender. An undersized center who blocks shots and pounds the glass like a madman.
Wallace hits 2 free throws. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Kidd is doubled. Out to the wing. Pass to Jefferson. Now here's Kidd. Petrovic with the pass to Kidd. And Billups over to help. And Chauncey Billups gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Billups against Kidd. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Kidd is doubled and stolen by Wallace. Now here's Williamson. He's covered closely. Lays it up off the glass.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Kidd against Billups. Kidd passes to Martin. Outside Kidd. Nice defense from Wallace. Detroit trails by 17. Here's Hamilton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, and Hamilton just constantly working his tail off. Excels shooting it from mid-range. Just always on the move, constantly working off screen.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for New Orleans?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
Hamilton hits both of them. Here is Kidd. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Feeds to Martin. Wow. Kidd against Smith. Down low. Shots good by Milicic.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Kidd against Smith. Now here's Kidd. He's guarded closely. Here's Coleman. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And it's Detroit's ball. Here's Hamilton. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Smith against Kidd. Pass to Coleman. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. The offensive rebound. Outside Jefferson. The pass to Martin. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Why is they doubling Kidd like that, bro?
And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Martin's got 43 points.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Detroit.
Here's Campbell. Good work defensively by Martin.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Complete.
Supposed to do like foot 5. What? Okay. But it literally just said I got 10 tokens. 51 more assists, bro. About 200 over here.
Starting at point, at 6'3", number 5,
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Cartwright is out there with Grant. Then there's Armstrong. Then there's Pippen. And it's Jordan in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Pippen. Martin with the block. Now Kidd. Outside Martin. Back to Kidd. To the middle. And finished off by Martin.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Now here's Jordan. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Martin. Kidd kicks to Martin. Back to Kidd.
Come on, man.
Martin the pass to Kidd. To the paint. And finished off by Martin.
And how about the explosive leaping ability by Martin? A big-time dunker who enjoys getting this close to the basket.
Now here's Pippen. Jefferson with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
So it's Chicago now, following the score by New Orleans. Count it.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
New Orleans has come out of the gates quickly. Kidd passes to Petrovic. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Lets it go from the wing. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now here's Kidd. Back to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Martin's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Tipped away. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Petrovic. Throws down the breakaway jam.
You just appreciate how unselfish Kidd is. Outstanding at sharing the ball and playing for his teammates.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Chicago making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Kidd with the steal. Out left to the wing. Martin with it. 8 points for him. Inside. And finished off by Martin.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Pippen following the score by New Orleans. Puts it up from 17. And the rebound goes to Martin. And here is Kidd. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Martin the pass to Kidd. Back to Martin. 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Bulls, Kings checked in for Grant. McRae has come in for Jordan. And it's Paxson in for B.J. Armstrong. 18 feet out. Offensive rebound. Pass to Paxson. Fires the 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. New Orleans with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. New Orleans moving it around. And finished off by Martin.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Williams. And the rebound goes to Martin. Martin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The pass to Coleman. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Kidd. To the inside. And finished off by Martin.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Coleman. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Martin. And so it's New Orleans in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far? New Orleans.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got McRae. Paxson is out there with Pippen. Then it's King, and it's Purdue in at the 4. Now here's Pippen, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Kidd against Paxson. Martin the pass to Kidd. Back to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Chicago trails by 18. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside Pippen. Passes to McCray. Here's King. Banked in off the glass.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
New Orleans leading by 16. Outside Kidd. Kicks to Martin. Kidd dishes to Martin. Kidd passes to Martin. Here's Petrovic. Puts up a three. It's good from long range. Petrovic has got 5.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Horace Grant, he's checked in for King. Jordan comes in for McCray. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for Pippen.
Yeah, just forcing the issue offensively. The great thing about Jordan, he does it while staying under control.
Kidd with it. Now defended by Grant. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Here's Armstrong. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Here's Jordan after Richard Jefferson's basket. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Yeah, high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
Martin the pass to Kidd. Back to Martin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Martin's got 4 this quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Jordan the pass to Purdue. It's good.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Now here's Jefferson. Back to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Chicago trails by 21. Pass to Paxson. Outside Jordan. And Jordan slams it home.
Man, the body control and focus. I mean, Jordan able to draw the foul and still finish the basket.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. So for the Bulls, Cartwright's checked in for Purdue. And it's Williams in for Horace Grant. Kidd is doubled. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jordan's got 9 points.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And finished off by Martin.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Here's the floater. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Kidd kicks to Jefferson. Kidd against Armstrong. Martin the pass to Kidd. Back to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
To the middle. Here's Coleman. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in
Shout
this
out
one.
to the 7 that's in the stream, bro.
Coleman.
I appreciate y'all.
And the first one drops. And the Bulls making a change here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 5 seconds left in the first half of the game. It's stolen by Jefferson. And so it's New Orleans controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for New Orleans right now, Petrovic is out there with Jason Kidd. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Martin. And it's Coleman in at the power forward. And so Martin nails both of them. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Jordan. That shot, no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Armstrong against Kidd.
That's his first personal foul.
Outside, Martin. Back to Kidd. And finished off by Martin.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Now the Bulls with it. Outside Pippen. Outside Jordan. The 17-footer goes down. Jordan's got 13.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Martin, the pass to Kidd. And finished off by Martin.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Outside Pippen. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Grant outside. Shot clock at 5. Jordan the pass to Kirk. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to his spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Kidd kicks to Jefferson. Back to Kidd. Outside Martin. Back to Kidd. To the paint. And finished off by Martin.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Kings check in for the Bulls. Who comes in for Horace Grant? Here's Armstrong. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Jefferson throws it down hard.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And now it's Kidd running. He can go all the way. Pass to Coleman.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Coleman's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls. Williams, he's checked in for Purdue. McRae has come in for Pippen. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. Jordan inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And right there, you see how quickly MJ gets into the air. Yet another one of his natural gifts.
Kidd against Paxson. 1:43 left to play in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Kidd dishes to Martin. From deep three-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And it's the Bulls with the ball. And there's the pass to Williams. Back to Jordan. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Paxson passes to Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Coleman. Coleman's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Kidd. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Jordan. Passes it to Paxson. Jordan kicks to McCray. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. From deep. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside Jefferson. Hangs home the trifecta. Jefferson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you think historically Jefferson is the X factor. Reliable knocking down shots from any range.
Down low. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And now running up the court, Kidd pushing it up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For New Orleans, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Kenyon Martin. 2 shots.
That's good from Martin. Chicago making a switch here. Good on both. And so it's New Orleans up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll return shortly. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for Chicago right now, Neely out there with Cartwright. Then it's Jordan.
Oh, wow! Young fella. Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
Kidd with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Jordan against Kidd. The dish now to Martin. Kidd passes to Martin. Here's Coleman. Shot clock at 6. Martin inside. He is guarded by Cartwright, and it's Martin missing. And here are the Bulls now. Here's McCray. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Kidd dishes to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago making some changes. Purdue comes in for McCray. Scottie Pippen is subbed in for Jordan. Outside Pippen. Pippen is doubled. Pass to Purdue. Second chance shot. Offensive rebound. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here's Kidd, and finished off by Martin.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Purdue. Here's Cartwright, defended by Jefferson. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint. And make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
That's good from Cartwright. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
There's the pass to Coleman. Kidd against Brown. Here's Martin. Good in the assist to Kidd. 42 points for Martin.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here is Purdue. Kenyon Martin making his last shot. 6 to shoot. Swiped away. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Pippen. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Martin's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Kidd against Brown. Kidd passes to Martin. Back to Kidd. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And finished off by Martin.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Brown dishes to Pippen. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. So for the Bulls, Williams, he's checked in for Cartwright, and it's Paxson in for Pippen.
Scott Williams.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Brown outside. Now Paxson. 5 on the clock. Knocked loose. Taken away by Kidd. Throws it up high. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Here's Brown after Richard Jefferson's basket, and the shot goes in.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Three-pointer, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Paxson. Over to the wing. Here's Neely, defended by Jefferson. Clock at 4. Neely gets the bucket.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Here's Kidd. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. That one drops for him. Martin's got 48.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing.
Let's get it. Hey, I'm about to try to check something real quick. See if it works. Just checking to see if it worked, bro. No. What did I do?
Before they close the curtain.
Nice small forward. Standing 6'8". Number 5, Don Gordon.
20 more assists. Lord. Why you do this to me? He need about 26. He need 26 rebounds, bro. Damn. Young. Come on, man. One more, man. One more, man. No. What did I just do? Bruh, damn, I forgot how to add the contracts just for a single player. Keith and Joe Harris. Damn, I forgot how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, what the fuck? Yo, what's up, Ty Cruz? T-Mo Cruz. What you know about that T-Mo Cruz, bro? Hold up, I gotta get something to drink.
Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. In this game, we'll see the Bucks against New Orleans. And our broadcast team tonight, Craig Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Petrovic is out there with Jason Kidd. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Martin. And it's Coleman in at the 4 slot. And for the Bucks, we've got Dandridge. Craig Smith is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Robertson. And it's McLaughlin in a 2 guard. So the Bucks win the tip. Taken away by Kidd. Pass to Martin. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And finished off by Martin.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Now here's Robertson. With the teardrop. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And finished off by Martin.
And how about the explosive leaping ability by Martin? A big-time dunker who enjoys hitting this close to the basket.
Pass Dandridge. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Rebounded by Coleman. Now Kidd. Pass to Martin. Inside. And finished off by Martin.
You just appreciate how unselfish Kidd is. Outstanding at sharing the ball and playing for his teammates.
Here is McLaughlin. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Robertson passes to Smith. Great D that time from Martin.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Back to Kidd. To the middle. And finished off by Martin.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Here is McLaughlin. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the layup.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. Down low. And finished off by Martin.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Cunningham, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Allen comes in for McLaughlin. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Robertson against Kidd. The pass, Dandridge. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Second shot opportunity. Great D that time from Martin. New Orleans leading by 8. And they double up Kidd. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Martin with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Shout out to the 8.
Here's New Orleans. Big stretch here going 10-2. Again, New Orleans turns it over. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first. Taken away by Kidd. And here they come.
Hey, yo, right here, right here.
He dishes it to Martin.
15 assists for Kidd.
Allen against Kidd. Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Robertson. Dandridge passes to Abdul-Jabbar. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
Kidd kicks to Martin. Back to Kidd. New Orleans moving it around and finished off by Martin.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Dandridge against Jefferson. The shot's good from Abdul-Jabbar.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Now here's Kidd. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
New Orleans shooting their first free throw this game. Free throw good, Martin. And so Allen will bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 11. And the foul called on Kenyon Martin. That is his first foul of the game. Allen with it. And the shot is good.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
And so it's New Orleans. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
so far through one quarter. It's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
So for New Orleans right now, Jason Kidd is out there with Petrovic. Then there's Martin. Then it's Jefferson. And it's Coleman in at the four-man position. Now here's Allen. And here is Abdul-Jabbar. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Kenyon Martin.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Greg Smith, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
They get a hand on it. Kidd with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Now the feed to Jefferson. And finished off by Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson, just great lift on these dunks. Whenever he's near the basket, he is ready to turn one over.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've
It all
got
depends
to
on your
be better.
play style.
It's a matter of helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
I don't know. All-around player right now is Lamar Odom. I don't know if you got that card. If you don't, try to check that one out. Bro, but if we can get the stream to 10 likes, bro, that shit would be litty.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to McLaughlin. He kicks it to Smith. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
New Orleans leading by 12. Kidd passes to Coleman. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here is McLaughlin. No points in the game yet for him. Clock at 6. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, you could try Steph Curry.
Yeah, easy call.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
You could try Jason Terry.
And so he makes both
Xbox.
from the line.
I don't know if you're on Xbox or PlayStation. Which one you on? But for
and we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Jason Terry, 95.
Kidd attacking. Here's Coleman. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
The box.
Milwaukee trails by 11. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Kidd. And he lobs it up.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
We got 8 more assists to do.
Poked loose. And up the floor again for New Orleans, running the court.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Allen against Kidd. Allen passes to Cunningham. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Coleman's got 4 rebounds in this game. New Orleans leading by 15. Kicks it to Kidd. Just 5 on the clock. Another shot. Here's Coleman. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
New Orleans shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He misses the free throw.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Dandridge, he's checked in for Cunningham, and it's Robertson in for Allen. That one is no good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Robertson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Here's Kidd, 15-point game. Here's Coleman, outside for Kidd. Feeds it to Martin. That shot missing, so Milwaukee will take it the other way. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. To the inside, McLaughlin. No good. Good defense by Kidd. New Orleans leading by 15. Outside, Martin. Kidd against Smith. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Hard to find good help around this bitch.
Milwaukee with the ball. Now, here is Smith. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 6. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. It's good.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. Free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar. Kidd against Robertson. Offensive rebound. Jeff, and right as the buzzer sounded, he just dunked it right down.
Damn, bro.
Wow.
Get it up there.
And guys, he's not.
And
Get it
so
up there to
is New
10
Orleans
likes, bro. That's it.
in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor.
Fucking
on
God,
the court for the Bucks.
2K.
Dandridge is out there with
my
Smith.
God.
And there's McLaughlin. Then there's Robertson. And it's Abdul-Jabbar right at the 5. That one goes in.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And finished off by Martin.
He has taken it upon himself to score the ball as much as possible for his team. He's not looking to pass it right now.
Here's Robertson.
Hey.
Passes it to McLaughlin. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson. Robertson's got 3 assists now in this one. Kidd passes to Coleman. Martin trying to free himself up. Coleman, no good. Milwaukee trails by 14. Here's McLaughlin. That one falls. McLaughlin's got his first basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Here's Smith to the paint. Martin with the block, and he gets it back. Marjanovic checked in for New Orleans. The Bucks have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Bucks. Cunningham, he's checked in for Greg Smith, and Allen subbed in for McLaughlin.
And typically not this reliable at the line, but tonight he's been terrific.
New Orleans leading by 12. Now the pass to Marjanovic. Buries it down low.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Robertson passes to Allen. To the left wing. Down low. And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Marjanovic, no good. Milwaukee trails by 12. Here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Kidd. Pass to Petrovic. Back to Kidd.
Wow.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And New Orleans leads by 10.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
.124 left here in the third quarter. Teardrop shot. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Robertson.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Time now for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for New Orleans. He's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder, basically a stinger, and he's lost all sense of motion in his arm.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Kidd passes to Coleman. Back to Kidd. Passes it to Petrovic. Back to Kidd.
What is it doing?
Shot clock at 5. Kidd is double. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Coleman gets the bucket.
And really, it's the skill set that separates Coleman from a lot of other big men in the league. There's a bunch of ways he can score on you.
And the pass to Cunningham. The shot from the low post is good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. A different look for Milwaukee. Smith comes in for Cunningham. And McLaughlin subbed in for Dandridge.
McLaughlin.
Robertson outside. Rejection by Marjanovic. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Petrovic. Back to Kidd. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. New Orleans on top, up 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Jason Kidd. He's out there with Petrovic. Jefferson out there with Marjanovic. And it's Coleman in at the 4. New Orleans moving the ball around. Kidd passes to Marjanovic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
It's important to stretch this lead out as much as possible right now, and that's exactly what he did there.
An inefficient defense there, guys. If there's one thing you want to try and take away from Robertson, it's the dribble drive.
Now Kidd. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And there it is. On a night when he's been so efficient handling the basketball, that's his first real mistake.
Dandridge, he's checked in for Milwaukee. So it's the Bucks now. It's a 3-point game. Robertson left side. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
Here's Petrovic. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The first free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. Milwaukee trails by 4. Here's Dandridge. Here's Smith. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Jefferson. The free throw drops for Smith.
Greg Smith.
Both free throws good from Smith. And so it's New Orleans with it. Here's Kidd. And he uses the glass on the layup. And New Orleans leads by 4.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Here's Robertson. And he overshot that one, missing.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Kidd attacking. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 6-point New Orleans lead.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Robertson passes to Abdul-Jabbar. That's good. And Robertson with the assist. Robertson's got 5 assists in the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Smith, and then Smith with the dunk.
And we could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now, nerves becoming a factor.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kenyon Martin.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last timeout, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what the head coach of the Bucks said to his team. He told them, we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Thank you, David. 6 to shoot.
God, 2K has literally fucked him.
Kidd passes to Marjanovic. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God, man.
And the Bucks with possession here.
I'm beyond this,
So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
I can't with this shit, bro.
And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display.
They were shitting me, bro. You gotta be shitting me, bro. It's literally on him, and they making it go through fucking Jason Kidd, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Down
bro?
big, they did not panic.
What the fuck?
They just stuck with the game plan.
It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Kidd against Robertson.
It's fucking ridiculous.
1:24 left to play here in the fourth.
God.
Jefferson inside. Dandridge defending. 4 on the clock. Here's Marjanovic. They can't stop the run with that one.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out
Fucking
strong.
wow.
These are the fireworks that fans came to
You
see.
gotta literally.
Kidd passes to Petrovic. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Damn.
Robertson
Literally
drives in.
3 assists away.
It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And the game on the fuck
Guys,
up.
a critical time for them in this ball
3
game.
assists. Three assists away.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Unstoppable tonight, as he is most nights. Jabbar has all the offensive tools, but it also keeps to a strict fitness regimen that allows him to wear people down.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And the Bucks with possession. They lead by 1. Pass to McLaughlin.
Yeah.
With the steal. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 1. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe a quick pass and then get it.
Fucking A, bro.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking
Bro,
this.
I'm so fucking
That was
done.
a fun night of basketball.
I'm done.
Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out.
I
until
might
the
be
very
on
last
later.
moment
I
to
don't
seal.
fucking know right
And
now.
there are so many
I appreciate
times
everybody who
when you
stopped
see
it, bro.
these
I
tight
appreciate
games
that.
won at home, that advantage of having that crowd